Okay. We're doing an update, financial update. I want to try to make these shorter and shorter if possible, so I am going to fly through my list of 8 stocks I've been going over the last couple of weeks and see if we hit any new price targets, get some quick news, and then there's definitely one stock that is not on my list of 8 weeks ago that I'm going to cover for tomorrow. Who knows, I might post this tomorrow morning, which would be today then, whatever. So let's just run right through it. Obviously, the disclaimer everybody's talking about, I'm not a financial advisor, these are just my opinions, so take it with a grain of salt, all that stuff like that, so nobody can sue me. I don't want that. So these are just my opinions, this is what I've been going on, and I'm going to give somebody a shout out as well on Twitter, because yes, I got on Twitter specifically for financial. Alright, let's just run through it. If I already hit the price point, if I don't have anything special to say, I'm just going to move on. First one, High Tide is my number one stock. I own a lot of stocks in this, and it has gone a little bit down. It's on its way back up. HITIF. Let's put that in Think or Swim. Let's see what happened this week. All right. It was at like 68, came all the way down to 59. This is since OTC. I trade on TD Ameritrade, so I can do all this stuff like that. So it came down to 59 like Wednesday. But if you believe in this company like I do, you don't sweat this at all whatsoever. And at the end of the week, it finished right underneath 65 cents. I'm telling you, get into the stock, especially before the beginning of April when they do Q1 of 2021. And you're going to start seeing that gap where it's going to start making more and more and more money. Everybody's going to start sitting around going, why are we not all just investing in this? And the price, in my opinion, is going to take off. Like the perfect time to buy this last week would have been that 59, 60 cents because it's just, when they released Q4 of 2020, a couple of weeks ago, the price went up to 73. So I think it's just going to creep back up to that point, and then the Q1 is going to come out and it's going to go higher. That's what I expect. So it already hit my price point for the end of the month of 70 cents and it came back down, sure, but fine, whatever. Next up is, oh, by the way, in High Tide, that's what this is. High Tide, I think they just opened up like either the 76 or 77 store. It seems like every week they're opening like a store or two, and in this case in different parts of Canada. Obviously I want to go over Ontario, but also Alberta, all sorts of stuff like that. They are really strategically picking out different pieces and different places to open up stores, and they're doing it very rapidly. So this is a stock that's just on the move. So I got into a big, if I can get any more of these shares with day trading and then throw it in here, I'm going to do it. That being said, next one is Galaxy GAXY. This thing has been pretty stinking stagnant. It's gone anywhere from 0.035 all the way down to 0.0299. It has been like this for a while, and to be honest, I'm getting a little discouraged about it. This is supposed to be a hold for the entire year. Obviously, the stimulus stuff coming out, and it's supposed to go into schools. I get it. I'm just wondering if they're reaching their peak of what they're able to handle for the moment, and if that's the case, then their stock price isn't going to go ridiculous. I know they want to uplist to NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange or something like that, which means they would have to get to at least $1, if not, I think NASDAQ is $3, but who knows? I'm not going to go too far into that. This has not hit yet, so I want to say before the end of the year, 20 cents, and before the end of the month, 0.045. It's getting kind of close to the end of the month. I don't know if this is going to hit now. We'll see. Next one I talk about, but I am not going to go too far into, is obviously GameStop. I jumped in and out of this thing, made a little bit. It's gone anywhere from high 284, low 172.35, and it's just been all over the place. I think they finished at 199. This is purely a day trader. If you want to do this, yeah, I predicted end of the week a while ago to $125. It's definitely gone all over the place. Trade at your own risk. Just like AMC, which is the next one. AMC has definitely gone over that $10 that I talked about before. It's reached everywhere up to $14.88 and a low, pretty much I did like around $11.65, somewhere around there at the beginning of the week. I mean, It's still going up. Everybody's opening everything up. California's opening up all their movie theaters. New York already did it before. And we'll see what happens with this. People are just thinking, okay, everybody wants to get out of the house. Sure. Once again, trade at your own risk. I'm just going to go fly right through this. Next one, ABML. ABML. This pick has not hit. This is one of my, for the video, the 3 that haven't hit, but then my next one has. ABML is down. It's at 178 right now. It's kind of interesting because this is what we talked about before. Somebody said this company is a little bit of a fraud, that they haven't delivered yet. It went anywhere from $2.38, and right now it went as low as $1.72 on Friday. And then right now it's sitting at $1.78. I would day trade this one. I believe it will easily go back up to $2, right? So $1.78 to $2 is not a bad gain. Is that about 17? A little bit. It's going to be a little bit over 10%, I think. But soon enough, they're going to need to have positive information on building their plant in Nevada, not just plans anymore, because people are starting to get a little leery on, is this thing actually going to happen, or is it all hype? Remember, this stock went to $4.90 right during inauguration week, and then it hasn't seen that since. So we'll see. It has not hit yet. Next one, ZOM, Zomedica. Now this one's very interesting, and I have a little bit more information on this one. Zomedica on Tuesday went to $2.86. That's like its peak. Now I said end of the month it was going to hit $2.50. I think it could go further. Yes, and that's based off of Trueforma coming out on March 30th, right? And everybody's still hype. Now they decided to launch early for whatever reason. There's a lot of speculation on why they decided to do that. Well, when they decided to launch early, their stock price went up to $2.86. If you followed my advice, then you would have sold around the $2.50. Actually, shout out to Jello. That's a shout out to you because you texted me when you took your profits at around that time, which I appreciate. Taking any of my advice. I mean, we're good buddies, so I've known you a long time. And I'm glad when my friends win. I'm glad when people win in general. Because, though, after that $2.86, it dropped to $2.25, dropped all the way down to $1.98. It went to a low of $1.89, and right now it's trading at $2.11. Now, what would I do? I'm going to tell you why I would absolutely just sell this stock. This is what I would do. Because I love social media that I do. I don't do Facebook. It's just a trap. But I do YouTube, obviously. And sometimes I go onto other people's channels and I learn a lot, and sometimes a lot of times I just read the comments. There's one thing you can do that's absolutely hilarious is go watch a funny video, but then read the comments. People are a whole lot funnier than they give themselves credit. As a whole, people are really hilarious. But I'm on My Financial Friend. This guy has about 112,000 subscribers. He does pretty decent videos. And this one was on Zomedica, and it came out March 16th, right? And it had about 13,000 views or so. Now, I scrolled through, this guy had hundreds of comments on this thing, right? But then the one comment I thought was very interesting was by a Colton Owen. Bought at 50 cents, sold at $2. My girlfriend is on the veterinary on the veterinary industry, whatever. Talked to some of the vets and corporate on their opinions about the products. They liked it, but laughed at the price. So not one I'm planning on getting back into. Vet medicine is not a huge moneymaker. This stock is overvalued. Swing it if you want, but I don't see this as a long-term hold. That's that person's comment that they put on YouTube. So with all the other, everybody's go to the moon, all that stuff, I get all that stuff. I zone into this one, and I asked this individual, like, what's the deal? Because I've been trying to research how much it costs and all the other stuff that goes along with it. I asked this person, like, is it really that expensive? Says, okay, Kid Philly Org, my channel. Thanks for watching. Like $4,000 for the base model. She said they have 3 things that do the same thing. Corporate said it would be something to consider in the future once all 3 other instruments are broken or outdated. Apparently all pretty basic functions. So this is where us that are not in this industry, because there's some things that I'm deep in the industry. If somebody said, "Oh, we'll come up with this thing, this highly," and I'll be like, "Nah, it's not. I'm very familiar with it." This person decided to comment because their girlfriend is very much in this industry and said, "Yeah, it's too much hype." So me knowing that because of the comments that people put in there, and there's no reason I don't think this person to lie about it, especially with this information. I guess I'm a little trusting. I would get out of this thing. Wherever you're at, I would get out of it and then put it somewhere else. I will tell you other places that I would think about going, especially with what I'm doing tomorrow, which is kind of fun. So that's what I feel about Zomedica as of right now with the information that I know at this moment. Next up is, I'm just going to pair these both together. MRO, which is Marathon Oil, and APA, which is Apache. They both hit their price points that I had for the end of the month. Just to stay consistent, Marathon Oil has been dropping. This is what I said last week. If you go back to last week, this is why I like doing this update, because I'm actually putting information in these videos that you can go back and research. I said I believe Marathon Oil and Apache were at ceilings. I would not buy them, right? And that's exactly what happened this week. On Monday, it was sitting at like $12.38, and on Friday, it even hit a low of $10.56, and it closed at $11.01. So it overall lost, right? It overall lost 10% or so for the week. So if you listen to what I said last week on the video, then you did not buy into this and you did not lose. And I don't want people to lose. That's why I throw my opinions out there. You take it for what it is. But I kind of saw this because I looked at the history of Marathon Oil, and oil prices are going nuts. There's a different play to do with oil, but this isn't it. Same thing with Apache. Hit the price point like I expected, and I said, don't buy this either. But my opinion, at the beginning of the week, once again, Monday, $22.03. And then on Friday, it hit $18.83. It ended at $19.05. So once again, that dropped more than 10% as well. So hopefully you didn't buy into this one as well. Now, barrel prices have been going up. That's a good thing, but you see, like I'm talking about MRO and APA going down. Well, first gotta give a shout out to this guy, Hot Stocks, which is on YouTube and on Twitter. I actually got a Twitter account, and I told you guys about this. It's actually my name. I wanted to be KP Financial, but in signing up, it actually just gave me William A. Tolber, no T, with a 2. You look at that, but then if you see KP Financial and then me in my old Navy uniform, that's what I opened. And I've been following this guy, Fat Cash 7. And this guy has been just posting runners. Now, initially you think, oh, he's just looking at the volume, looking at what's going up really, really fast and just saying, go for it. Well, his track record is pretty stinking good, and I appreciate it, and it's made me money. So I share that with my little group. Once again, you see I don't put anything in the bottom comments because I'm not trying to make some juicy video. This is for the people that organically are part of my channel, and I appreciate everybody that's on here organically, and I don't care if it blows up like crazy. I love that these financial videos have like 20 views or so, because the 20 people that watch it, I know every one of them pretty much, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this guy's been giving runners. I could make this video a whole lot longer with the runners that he's been predicting or just been a part of, and his picks come out around like 10 o'clock-ish or so, or 11 o'clock, and then like a lot of us just go on it if it hasn't run up already. But there's one stock I am currently in right now, and I hope it continues to run on Mondays. AURI. Da, 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 da. If you pull up this chart, you will see that the stock went crazy. Absolutely crazy. It was sitting earlier in the week at This number is correct. 0.0025. I got in initially. I did take another whatever, but I initially got in at 0.008 blah 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 blah. It's like 865 or something like that. This thing went all the way to 3.5 cents. It doesn't sound like that much, but if you take it from 0.00865 and go to 3.5 cents, I made like 300% on it. Now it came back down, and then at the end, it went whoop, right here. So there's a lot of profits I gave back because of this. This is what I was talking about, oil plays. MBMP is another one that, you know, they think that they struck a crazy amount of oil, and that stock went crazy early in the week. That was a runner, and I was a part of that, made some money. This one is a little different. This company bought another company, EVAP Inc. They take care of the water that comes out of drilling, fracking, whatever it might be, and instead of it having being toxic and hurting the environment, the reason why you heard Biden and Kamala Harris talk about no fracking, no fracking, no fracking, well, this company actually handles that problem. It has a patent on its solution, which is really awesome. And they tweeted that they're going to have big news on Monday, which caused, as soon as they tweeted that, caused for the stock price to just, I think it happened at like 10, and you'll see the chart and just started running all day long until everybody around the 240, 245 period took the profits, left out of it, but then people bought back in going, who's going to hold for Monday? Well, I'm one of them, right? And I even bought a little bit more, a lot of it more, because I'm a little bit of a risk taker, and I'm okay with that. I'm also okay with losing, but I want to win, so you can't, if you don't risk money, you can't make money. I think that's a phrase. If it's not, I just coined it. If it is, then somebody else did, and I don't know who it is, so I can't give them credit. I'm holding in on this because I want to find out what this news is, and I want to have the stock at a cheaper price, and I don't want to chase. So I'm willing to find out, because really, if it goes to like 4 cents, 5 cents, that's a significant amount. If it goes any higher than that, I might start doing cartwheels down Broad Street. Right? So AURI is huge. It can potentially be huge. Their CEO is from Texas, graduated from Baylor. There's some connections that people try to talk about. It's all hearsay. Nobody really knows. Do they get a contract with ExxonMobil? Or are they just changing logos? I mean, I don't think they would say something like that and then we all get duped. If that's to happen and stock price growth starts going through the floor, everybody's going to try to sell as fast as possible. But I like this solution. I like the solution to this problem because barrel prices are going up. And if they have a patent on this that is worldwide for all oil and gas industry, it could be huge. I'm going to find out. And feel free to watch. This is part of the fun. If I were you, I would follow FatCash7 on Twitter and just even follow his picks. And you don't have to jump in like the rest of us nutcases. You just follow his picks and see how it turns out. Start fake day trading or so. I mean, I use Thinkorswim, which means you can use fake money and pretend like you're swing trading it and see how it would have turned out. And if you study the person and you agree with what they're doing or how they're calling things, then invest. If not, don't. You're an adult. You know, do what you're gonna do. But this video is, let's see how, 20 minutes again. Oh well. That's my information. I don't want to add anything more. Talk to me about whatever you have down there in the comments. Leave a like if you like it. And I hope you guys make money this week. Got any questions, feel free to ask. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. That's all I got. Have a great day.